Okay, so what we're going to do in part 6 is create a function called start game, and we will be able to use this function to reset all the variables, the starting location, costumes, and backdrops for our game. So you should have already planned what will be in your function, but in your packet you'll also see some clues and things to help you figure out what you should add. To get started, go to the More Blocks menu, and we're going to click on Make a Block. And then it's going to pop up this window, and we're going to type in the name. This one's going to be called Start Game. Click OK, and you'll notice now that there's a block in this menu that says Start Game, and then there's a new hat block that says Define Start Game. So when you're defining a function in Scratch, you have to attach the blocks to this hat block that says Define Start Game, and whatever you attach to it, that is what will run when you when the Start Game block from the menu is run. So one thing we're going to do is we're going to make sure we have a starting backdrop. Right now in this project I only have one backdrop. If I had an extra one, let me go ahead and pick one really quick. So if I had an extra one and I want to make sure that this one always is the starting backdrop, I can add that to my start game function. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Another thing we want to do is we want to reset our score to 0. So I'm going to go to the data menu and find set score to 0. I also am going to make sure that my dinosaur's costume is always on this costume when he gets started. And I think I'm going to have my dinosaur say, hello. Great, so now I've defined start game, but I actually have to use it in the script. One of the most common mistakes people make is they define the function, but they never use this block in the script, which we'll call it. Another common mistake is they'll use this block, but they never attach anything to the define hat. So I just want this to happen whenever the green flag is clicked, so I can just insert it into this script, and let's go ahead and test that out. So one thing you may have noticed was the rocks and the oranges were falling before I had finished saying my instructions. So a quick way to fix that would just be to go and tell it to wait. We talked for 6 seconds, so we're going to say wait 7 seconds for each before they will start falling and making clones. Awesome, works great.